Hello everybody, what's up? I'm Purblind Gamer, and yeah, I'm streaming a little later than I intended to do tonight. Maybe a few hours. Yeah, I know I promised I would try and do a Twitch Sing stream before it is completely and irrevocably destroyed in a couple days, but I had so much to do today, and also it was taking a long time to figure it out. And I may do an hour-long Twitch Sings stream tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. Today, it's not going to be a long stream since it is late, and I am on East Coast time, and it's probably 1 o'clock now? I'm not going to look because it would just be depressing. Today we're going to play through a game called Crime Wars. This was one of the arcade laserdisc shooters, which was then ported to DOS and later Windows and a whole bunch of other platforms. It uses real actors to pretend in extremely melodramatic ways that they're being shot. If you've ever seen Mad Dog McCree, it hits kind of like that. I was trying to get the DVD version working, but it honestly wasn't. So I will be playing the Windows re-release from the early 2000s, which it is possible to get working on Windows 10. More than I can say for 3.5-inch floppy USB drives. Anyway, I realize I probably should stop trying to worry about streaming really obscure games or things on like the original CD or something and just buy and stream games from Steam and GOG like normal people. But it's partly that I'm back home at my parents' place for the holidays, and that's where most of my game collection is, because it won't really fit in my place where I live most of the year. Anyway, this is Crime Patrol, and hopefully you enjoy it, and we'll see how well I do. I think I read it gives you 9 continues. Maybe that'll be enough. Oh yes, speaking of original hardware, stay tuned because, like, not this weekend, but the following weekend, I'm going to try and do a stream where I try streaming a couple things on original hardware, because I got a way to hook up my Sega Genesis to a modern flat screen TV for Christmas, and I also have an old arcade machine which I want to see if I can stream, even if that just involves pointing the camera at it, and yeah, I'm sure that'll look great as they all use CRT televisions, but
let's kick some butt.
oh yeah, it's the 90s.
Welcome to Undercover.
You gotta be tough to be on this team, partner.
Welcome to Delta Force.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but if I saw this in the arcade, yeah, I'd want to put a quarter in. I mean, why not? Unless it costs 50 cents. That's better. Let's start with the training round. Do we know how to shoot things? Eh? I don't know about you guys, but I think that lady was giving off civilian vibes. Hey, Backlog! Yeah, FMV from the 90s. Getting to gun down criminals. How are you doing today? Actually, I should turn.
Backlog cabin. It's going pretty well. Just finished my stream tonight.
Oh, nice.
Cabin. I like the title.
Oh, thanks. I think it sums up.
Cabin. It's very descriptive.
I think it sums it up pretty well. Yeah. Because if you just say, I'm playing Crime Patrol, that... I don't know, it sounds like something, you know, little kids do. They go out on the playground to play Crime Patrol and stop the bad guys. But, sorry, oh, wait, Backlog. I think I saw you were streaming Abyss the other day, weren't you? I'm not Abyss. Abuse. Which I remember playing back in the day.
Backlog cabin. Yes, I was.
Ow, that's cool. Oh, that reminds me. Yeah.
Backlog cabin. I found a medical FMV for Apple. I gotta suggest you.
Wait, a medical FMV? Ooh, tell me, what's it called?
Backlog cabin. You'll look it up on my phone. Give me a sec.
Oh, sure, no hurry. I'll just, you know, stop some crime real quick here. Shouldn't be that hard.
57, armed robbery at that location.
10-4. Let's kick some butt. Everybody freeze! Freeze, sucker!
I give up! Don't shoot me!
Nice, this is more like your traditional rail shooter than a lot of those kind of games that used real actors. With the motion and everything. I've heard Soldier Boys does that really well, and I want to play that because I actually have a copy, but don't know how well it'll get working. Yeah, the cursor moves, but also like the camera moves. It's not just, you know, slowly panning to the side or a series of mostly still scenes like in Mad Dog McCree.
We're at that gang fight location. We'll advise. Too bad you're out. I was beginning to like you, pal.
The old convention of getting taunted when you get shot.
We're at that gang fight location. We'll advise.
Backlog cabin. So 90s.
Yeah, very much.
Backlog cabin. This is
Too bad
already
you're out.
awesome.
I was beginning to like you, pal.
It is. I like their sense of drama. I mean, I don't know if you could do a light gun shooter with real actors that's taken too seriously. Don't know if anybody's tried.
We're at that gang fight
I bet the actors were having a lot of fun.
Too bad you're out. We're at that gang fight location. We'll advise.
Wait, what? It's good to see the Hollywood stuntmen are finding work in this new medium of laser discs.
Backlog cabin is now
We're at the
hosting you
silence
for
alarm.
0
We'll advise.
viewers.
Oh, thank you, Backlog. I appreciate that.
Let's kick butt.
And everybody, please do go follow Backlog Cabin. Streams cool retro games, often on original hardware.
Backlog cabin. Laughing face.
Oh, this thing will fry you.
Ooh, high voltage.
Save the state some money on that one. Where is that backup?
Wow. Now I know how Judge Dredd feels.
Welcome to Undercover. Pick an assignment.
Things are getting tougher. I don't think I asked Backlog, what are you playing tonight?
The way they cut between scenes is great.
Yeah, it really is, those quick transitions. And then it just, and we're done now.
Welcome to Undercover.
Here they come. The deal's going down. This is Agent Rodriguez. She's inside. Let's eat their
Backlog
lunch.
cabin. I played a show on Saturn called Galactic Attack.
Your history, partner.
Welcome to Undercover. Pick an assignment.
Hey, was that the same vertical shmup you were playing a couple weeks ago?
Here they come. The deal's going down. This is Agent Rodriguez. She's inside.
Backlog cabin. Yes. It was.
Let's eat their
Nice.
Getting better.
Oh, good for you. That did seem like a fairly hard one. There he is.
Your history, partner.
Welcome to Undercover.
Let's eat their lunch.
Let's eat their lunch.
Let's take 'em.
Oh, but for a second I thought that was a cop.
Winners don't do drugs.
Oh my god. Well, they certainly knew their medium. Oh god. Oh, brings back memories. Oh god. Impressive crash.
Welcome to Undercover. Pick an assignment.
You know, I wonder how many years they had that on all the arcade machines in the US.
Welcome to
It was,
Undercover. Pick an assignment.
may have only been a couple, but you just kept seeing it, like, for so many years.
Welcome to Undercover. Pick an assignment.
Remember, I made a whole joke about that in a musical one time.
Welcome to Undercover.
This could
Pick an
have been the
assignment.
future of video games.
It could have.
Coffee? This ain't no restaurant, man. You got the cash. You got the document. She have beauty. New ID number. The works. The works. Well, here's the works. You're under arrest for selling stolen property. She's a cop.
Just looking for any movement and hoping they're not civilians.
Backlog cabin. Hot on the clouds.
Were they fake, I take it? Damn.
The clouds changed placement because they were filmed at different times of the day.
Oh! Oh, cool. Like, and when it would go back, the clouds would look different. Yeah, it's like, you can always tell when, you know, no matter how much they try and make it smooth, you can tell when it changes back. Like, subtle changes in the video. I don't know if it's grain or what exactly. And then more obvious things like the clouds. Yeah, it would have been cool if, I sometimes think, if they'd kept trying to pursue FMV. Like, I know they sometimes use it in cutscenes as late as 2010, I think.
Oh, I found a game.
Welcome to Undercover. Pick an assignment.
Oh, that medical.
Welcome to Undercover. Pick an
Emergency
assignment.
room. Life or death.
Oh, that sounds cool. I'll have to check that out. But I know, like, there was a surgical simulation called Life or Death from the, like, mid-'80s. I wonder if this was, you know, a successor to that.
Tarkat. Hello.
Hello, Keytar Cat. Thank you so much for coming by. How are you doing today?
Hi, Lulu. Usual.
Tarkat. I'm
Thanks.
quite hot.
How you doing? That's Big Tony, the tongue.
Oh,
cleaner
nice.
up there.
Backlog
He's a
cabin.
cold-blooded killer. We've been after him
Perfect
for years.
Tarkat.
Don't think he's made it yet.
Hey.
Shut up, Bambi. I feel the heat, and it's not the kind of heat I like. It's that donut-eating gumshoe with a partner. Shut up, Bambi.
What I should turn down the heat, boss.
Take them, boys.
And it's the 1940s all of a sudden.
Let's take him.
Oh my. If there had been a T rating, this would be rated T.
This is a gentleman's establishment.
Yeah, a gentleman's establishment. And his ladies' establishment. There are definitely ladies here.
Keith Tarkat.
Oh.
My cat had to go to the vet today.
You
So
looking
that
for
was-
me? You who?
Oh, I'm sorry, Keytar Cat. I hope your cat was alright.
Backlog cabin. Off.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
Backlog cabin. Get well soon.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
Yeah, I hope your cat gets well. Or was it just a routine checkup? You know,
Pick a mission.
my family had to take the cat to the vet, and even a routine checkup is harder than like during COVID times.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
Just more. Or maybe they're just extra worried.
She's fine.
Pick a
Just
mission.
had a
You
nausea
made it to
problem.
SWAT.
RD on
Oh, that's good.
Greetings.
Hello, is it
Pick a
RD?
mission. You made it to SWAT.
Artyom Havoc. Thank you so much. How are you doing tonight?
Pick a
RD on
mission.
Havoc.
You made it to SWAT.
Havoc is fine.
Havoc. Okay, Havoc. Like
Pick a mission. You
Backlog
made it to
cabin.
SWAT.
Major Havoc.
Oh. Also, there's a sequel.
Special police units
There's
as we
there's a
speak, are
sequel?
taking up positions at the suspected major drug lab.
Emergency room. Code blue. RD on Havoc. I'm doing wonderful.
Oh, that's great. I appreciate you coming by. For just keeping the streets safe.
RD on Havoc. I actually have a major Havoc drinking glass. Tarkat.
Let's get out of here. Go,
Party
go.
on heaven. Haha, you guys can use whatever you like. Thanks, just having is easier to say. Backlog cabin. Haha, shooting movies in a trailer.
Why shoot hippies in the trailer when you can shoot the trailer? Drug busters so easy.
Team, you'll fit right in.
Pick a mission.
You know, they do have.
Sarcasm. That sounds like a euphemism.
Pick a mission.
Yeah, I'm afraid you may be right.
Backlog cabin. Law enforcement is such an
Pick a mission.
adventure.
You made it to SWAT.
I know. Gosh, it didn't look this exciting on, Dragnet reruns.
You made it to SWAT.
Although I do love Dragnet. Yeah, maybe I should have gone into law enforcement.
Pick a mission.
And apparently, they're like sticklers for some things, like, yeah, being able to shoot guns and hit the target.
You made it to SWAT.
They do have a fair amount of diversity in terms of, like, including more women in this game than some of those American laser games,
Pick a mission.
where it's like one bad girl, one saloon girl, and like a random passerby.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
Bank robbery. Send help.
These guys look tough. You think you can handle it?
It's okay.
Lady, I played through Lethal Enforcers. I think I can handle a bank robbery.
Backlog cabin. Ha ha ha.
Oh, sugar! This place is like a jungle. Let's go.
I assume she was referring to the glass. Sugar glass.
Backlog cabin. Have you played Corpse Killer 2?
Don't shoot me, I'm Union.
Corpse Killer, I haven't. I have a copy, but unfortunately it's the Mac port, and I never had a Mac. I do want to play Corpse Killer, but I don't think they ever ported it to PC.
Your history, dude.
It's just as bad as Mad Dog.
Mad Dog. I think, did I play Mad Dog? Is Mad Dog another FMV game?
Pick a mission.
Bank robbery. Send help.
These guys look tough. You think you can handle it?
It's okay.
Backlog cabin. Yup. Mad Dog McCree the cowboy game.
Oh, right, duh, the I mentioned earlier. But
Your history, dude.
don't know what's the matter with my brain.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
But yeah, Mad Dog.
Bank robbery. Send help.
These guys look tough. You think you can handle it?
It's okay.
Oh, sugar!
Guitar Cat. This looks like a
This
game.
place is like a jungle. Let's go.
The game.
Don't shoot me, I'm Union. Combination of your dad.
About that new Carlon.
Guitar Cat. Which is a tourney for bad and weird games.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
Oh, okay, I wondered. Because I remember, like, Kusoge is Japanese for, like, intentionally bad games or really bad games, but
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
a tournament for bad and weird games. Now, that sounds like something I'll have to check out.
Pick a mission. You made it to SWAT.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of gems that are worth watching in that, if not worth playing necessarily.
Backlog cabinet. Sludge is the word for garbage, right?
Your history, dude.
Pick a mission. You've made it to SWAT.
It might be. I don't know Japanese. I only I've read like that term is for those types of games. I think like Kuso might be Japanese for shit or something similar to it. Oh wow, it's getting frantic here.
It's one of my relaxing YouTube benches. Backlog cabinet. That makes sense.
Your history, dude.
Ah, I see. A YouTube. There's a YouTube thing. I should check that out.
Pick a mission.
And I do enjoy the angry video game nerd who focuses on terrible games. Wait.
Your history, dude.
Pick a mission.
Oh wait, is that still?
Your history.
Pick a
Yeah, sometimes they blend into the background. Okay.
I'm glad he's still making videos. Arcade. Such as shitty games, and is a classic game that is bad in a way that makes it too interesting to put down.
Not good, partner. You hit an innocent person.
Drats. Got trigger happy. But yeah, I'm same here, backlog. And okay, so it is shitty games. And like you said, bad but too interesting to put down. It's always exciting when you find a bad game like that. Like, I want to keep going like, okay, where are they going with this? And how far are they going with this? Note to self, reload gun.
Pick a mission.
Now, when I was playing House of the Dead, I remember thinking how it's so much easier in the ports because you don't have to aim off the screen to reload. In this game, they kind of counteract that by warping your mouse to the bottom when you reload. And actually, I think it was in Mad Dog McCree I read you actually had to holster the gun, like in the arcade version. Oh,
Sega CD version you just had to shoot off screen.
Welcome to the Force. Pick a mission.
that's oh wow, Delta Force.
Welcome to the Force.
Yeah, that's how a lot of the arcade games were, and so sometimes it was easier to just like
Welcome to the Force.
keep shooting but cover the gun and pull the trigger to reload real quick that way, because it's still registered an off-screen hit.
Welcome to the Force. Pick a mission.
10-4.
Backlog cabin. Haha, that's great.
Careful, we don't want any civilian casualties. Good hunting.
10-4. Let's rock.
Guitar cat. That never occurred to me.
It didn't occur to me for the longest time. And then I was like, I don't know, at some point. I think it was a few years ago at the local arcade, I was just like, I might as well give it a shot, now that I understand the technology. And lo and behold, it works, at least for some games.
Guitar cat. I love the acrobatics in this mission.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Like, looks like they had more of a budget, or put a lot more effort into this game. You didn't stay, stupid civilians. Oof, just stay down.
Hit an innocent partner.
I did. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the force. Take a mission.
Oh, I had to restart the whole thing. Whatever I said about the stupid civilians in Virtua Cop 2, I take it all back. These guys are the cream of the not thinking ahead crop.
Backlog cabin. Virtua 1 Colombian peso I still gotta play.
Virtua 1 Colombian peso. Oh, I'm guessing that was Virtua Cop and it read it in a weird way. I played the PC port of Virtua Cop once or twice, and I think that was the one where you had to click multiple times to reload, making the difficulty a little more balanced.
Guitar cat. Cop is a unit, I guess.
Sir, please take your seat.
That ought to be good for some frequent flyer miles.
Good job, partner.
Welcome to the force. Take a mission.
This game exceeds at the one-liners.
Welcome to the force. Take a mission.
Backlog cabin. This game does teach something
Welcome to the
valuable.
force. Take a
Fight
mission.
terrorists with guns.
Yeah, I mean, if they've got a gun and they're shooting at you, they're a terrorist. Unless, they're on your side. But unfortunately, there are very few people on your side, and you saw them all in an opening cutscene. I do think...
Nuclear transport group, advise of your present location.
Stand by, base. Something's going on here.
This is Nuclear Transport Unit 10. We're under attack. Mile marker 25. Send help.
Guitar cat.
You shot a team.
If they're pointing a gun at you, they aren't
Welcome
on
to
your
the
side
force.
anymore.
Take a mission.
Backlog cabin. Luckily all these bullets are rubber.
Welcome
That
to the
makes
force.
sense, that's why there's no blood. True. But sometimes Guitar Cat, they're pointing a gun behind at a terrorist behind you, and so it looks like they're pointing at you, and then you end up killing some innocent police officer who was just trying to gun down other terrorists. With constabulary duties to be done, a policeman's lot is not a happy one, Especially when the policeman gets promoted to Delta Force, because that's how it is in police departments. Another valuable lesson. Anytime you pass a tractor trailer and a couple cars on the road, they could be transporting a warhead.
Welcome to the force. Pick a mission.
Nuclear transport group, advise of your present location.
Stand by, base. Something's going on here.
RD I'm heaven. I legit always think about that. RD I'm heaven. Also trains. RD I'm heaven. Thanks Broken Arrow.
Trains. Yeah, I haven't seen Broken Arrow, but I know there have been plenty of times they've been trying to transport things by train in games. Like, I think in Soldier of Fortune.
You clearly shot that man.
Welcome to the force. Pick a mission.
Yeah, but it was just a flesh wound. You know, a lot of people get shot, and sometimes the bullets bounce off, and that's okay with me. At this point, I'll take whatever the game gives me.
Was also a train in the Peacekeeper.
Not familiar with that.
My dad lived in Broken Arrow, OK, in middle school.
I thought you were Delta Force.
Welcome to the force. Pick a mission.
Oh, really, Guitar Cat?
Backlog cabin. Broken Arrow must be an early inspiration
Welcome to
for
the
all
force.
these
Pick a mission.
FMVs.
That's interesting. I should check that out.
Group, advise of your present location.
Okay.
Backlog cabin. But these games have 5% of the budget.
Yeah, some of them are so low budget. I mean, compared to films.
You did a great job. Now let's the two of us get this stuff delivered.
Here at the nation's largest nuclear power plant, the situation is critical. Delta Force members are attempting to stop a terrorist plot to hijack plutonium.
Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to the force. Pick a
Oops.
mission.
Ah, drats. I think I shot another Delta Force member. Yeah, the settings and production design on this game, like, started out kind of humble in the first couple levels, but compared to, like, Mad Dog McCree, a lot more varied. I'm glad the music halts enough to give me a cue.
You did a great job. Now let's the two of us get this done.
Here at the nation's largest nuclear
Oh,
power
can't can't skip the cutscenes.
Is critical. Delta Force members are attempting to stop a terrorist plot to hijack plutonium.
Let's rock and roll.
Oh,
I thought you were Delta Force.
did not see that guy. I always thought it would be so much fun to make one of these, like, with live actors and stuff.
Nuclear transport group, advise of your present location.
It'd just be so hard to not make it, you know, look jumpy, because you'd have to shoot, like, so many so many variations of each shot, like, especially if you're trying to have damage specific.
I made an FMV shooter on YouTube, LOL.
Oh, you did? What was it called? I can't remember if you told me about this or not.
Backlog habit. It was called Rhyme Crisis.
That sounds great.
You did a great job. Now let's the two of us get this stuff
So I know a lot of the interactive stuff got broken when YouTube restructured a couple years ago. Did that happen to yours too?
Delta Force members are attempting to stop a terrorist plot to hijack plutonium.
Let's rock and roll.
Backlog habit. Yeah, when they
Nuclear
disabled
transport
annotations,
group,
the game
advise of your
stopped
present
working.
location.
Ah, it's such a shame, because there were so many, like, interactive things. Some of them, like, only created on YouTube, going back to, like, 07 or something, and just all ruined now.
We're under attack.
Thanks, YouTube.
Mile marker 25. Send help.
But I hope you're able to get it, you know, reprogrammed or, you know, ported to some other medium and make it playable again. So I remember there was a...
Backlog habit. Yes, I plan to make that my first Unity project.
Oh, great. Look forward to playing that.
You did a great job.
I remember there was a Western shooting game on YouTube called The Silver Nugget that was, I think, coded in Flash and used YouTube, but then at some point it became unplayable. I always hope games like that don't get lost. I wonder if I should have a hazmat suit about now. Is that his gun flew up?
In less than 60 seconds, I will be in a helicopter and out of here.
I appreciate the update, sir.
Come on, you can do it.
Backlog habit. Radiation must make guns bouncy.
Yeah. And radioactive barrels do explode easily.
Quick, the tactics escaping back.
I guess Doom got that right.
quiet, gentlemen. Intel says they're well armed. Be like chicken over that hill. Good luck and good hunting.
Oh, come on, guys. I hope this is a restart point. There's a lot of people shoot into the air after they get shot. Oh.
Thought you were Delta Force.
Welcome to the Force. Pick a mission.
Huh?
Welcome to the Force.
And I think it said the end, but I think there's one more mission left. This game's getting a little confused.
Welcome to the Force.
In an apparent attempt to assassinate Prince
That
Doodle
was
and
such a
his
long mission.
entourage, terrorists
It really
have seized control of
was.
the International Airport. And as we speak, the Delta Force members are arriving on the scene and are deploying.
It's party time.
Stay down, civilians. I think that bad guy was hiding in a trash can.
Are we having fun yet?
Oh yeah, great time.
Welcome to the Force. Pick a mission. Welcome to the Force. Pick a mission.
Yeah, but I've done all them, haven't I? Unless...
Welcome to the Force. Pick a mission.
Backlog cabin. Don't be fooled by those terrorists
Welcome to
down
the Force.
below.
Pick a mission.
Right.
Welcome
It's
to
the
Force.
oldest trick in the
Pick a
book.
mission.
They pretend to be hostages or pretend to surrender, like we saw earlier,
Welcome to the Force.
and then they use that as a perfect opportunity to shoot you.
Welcome to the Force.
And maybe you have to
Pick a mission.
complete the center mission last. Hmm.
Welcome to the
LOL.
Force. Pick a mission.
I remember reading somebody writing a review of the old arcade game Guerrilla Warfare. It was like, I thought all those hostages were the members of the enemy's elite self-bondage brigade, so maybe I shouldn't have shot them.
While surrender is a war crime.
That's... I think I had heard that before and had forgotten about it. Is that one of the things from the Geneva Accords, or is that more recent? But yeah, if we needed any further proof that some of these bad guys are bad,
Haha, bondage emphasized clearly.
Here at the nation's largest nuclear power plant, the situation is critical. Delta Force members are attempting to stop a terrorist plot to hijack plutonium.
Let's rock and roll.
oh yeah, some of these guys are committing war crimes, including the thug who tried to rob a TV store in Stage 1.
Heat Arcad. I think it's Geneva's.
good, but not good enough.
Welcome to the...
Yeah, I gotta say, if this were... And I'm glad the videos, you know, it's not great since this was like released for Windows XP, but it's pretty good.
They bought a lot of radioactive stickers to convert that factory.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it. They probably like... Ah. Oh, that's the end, I guess. We technically beat it, but they said we weren't good enough because we didn't beat the missions in the right order, I guess. But yeah, they probably just, yeah, before they were shooting, they sent one PDA over there and were like, okay, here's 50 stickers, and they all have to be up on the walls before we get over there to shoot. At least, you know. Assuming this is anything like a student film set, because that's totally how it would have been done.
Guitar Cat. Limited continues. Even better.
Yeah, I mean, it does add replayability. Totally sense that this was an arcade port, but I was trying to say I'm glad the video was as good quality as it was, because if it had been a 16-bit console port, or I assume the original DOS version of this, like it would have looked fine in the arcades, but you would have been barely able to see some of the characters on screen, unless it's unless they're wearing different colors, and that made it easier to see. Why don't we check out the previews? See what else? Is it Digital Leisure or American Laser Games? I think it's Digital Leisure. Why don't you see what else they're going to be bringing to us in 2007? Oh, okay, so basically every Laserdisc arcade game release that we've heard of. Oh, Who Shot Johnny Rock? That's actually a really good one. That's a film noir one.
Guitar Cat. Comic Sans.
Oh, no kidding. Are they using that? Oh, is that for that? For the font? Perhaps this was back before it was quite as stigmatized as it's become now. Yes, a couple of these I haven't heard of. I mean, I knew they just made several Western ones. I think Space Pirates, that sci-fi one?
Backlog Cabin. I think they must have collected these licenses.
Yeah, like they were trying to re-release all of them pretty much. I guess most of those were like all American Laser Games titles.
Howdy, my name's Wes Flowers. I'm one of the world's fastest quick draws. Now there's two things that's going to count in this game. Speed
Nice.
and accuracy.
So they actually put part of the arcade machine in there.
Everybody step up right here. Come on down. You're going to see the most exciting show of your life. Shoot out at Old Tucson. You say you're ready for some big-time shooting action.
I won't tell you how old I was when I learned out that it was pronounced Tucson and not Tucson. Stupid English language.
You say you're ready for some mean and nasty lead-slinging outlaws.
Backlog Cabin. Ha ha ha.
Then all you gotta do is pick up this authentic six-shooter right here. Got a nice hook to it, don't it? Now get ready to do some real shooting, because it's time to play Shootout at Old Tucson. So, which
Guitar
one is
Cat.
gonna be first?
It's
Is it
not
you?
English.
Or maybe it's you.
But yet.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, that.
One of them tenderfoot types. So let's see what you're really made of. Come on, it's time to play shootout at old Tucson.
Us, or me at least, trying to apply English rules to foreign words and names. Which, to be fair, English sometimes does. Good. Language is fascinating and mind-blowing. Let's watch one more. Space Ace is another animated one like the Dragon's Lair games. I've never actually seen a Space Ace cabinet.
Space Ace, defender of justice, truth, and the planet Earth. Ace is being attacked by the evil Commander Borg.
Hold your fire. It's that creep. Borg. No way, Borg, old buddy.
I've been hit.
By the Infanto Ray.
Struggle with Dexter to regain his manhood. Destroy the Infanto Ray. Defeat the evil Borg.
Borf.
Hey, Borg. Come on, Kimberly, let's go. I've been hit.
Be valiant, space warrior. The fate of Earth is in your hands.
It looks like so much fun. But I've played Dragon's Lair, and,
Cat. My uncle lived near Tucson, so it was in my vocabulary early.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's based on where we grow up. Sometimes we learn those words, like how to pronounce things. I think my favorite was, I lived in Texas till I was 10, and there's this river called the Pedernales, but everyone in Texas will tell you that it's really called the Pedernale. Not quite sure how it ended up like that, but it did. Anyway, I think now that we've put paid to Crime Patrol.
Cabin. Imagine series of games that were all quick time events.
Yeah, that's basically that was my thought with Dragon's Lair. Like, for some reason they got a copy at at my college in the late 2000s, and I played it, and I'm like, this is QuickTime events.
God of War, Backlog Cabin. Dragon's Lair is insufferable.
God of War. Oh, did God of War have a lot of QuickTime events? I only played part of the first one. At least it had, traditional combat between them. Then when somebody was talking about how Dragon's Lair was one of only 3 arcade games that the Smithsonian had decided to preserve, it was, culturally relevant or whatever, I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Nothing's more culturally relevant than 1,000 QuickTime events loosely strewn together. And everyone was like, hey, don't be cynical about history. And I'm like, well, sometimes history deserves it. Anyway.
Arcade. It had a lot, mostly for the set-piece bosses. Backlog Cabin. Haha, history is cynical by nature. Arcade. History always deserves it.
Pretty much. Like, the older you get and the more you learn about history, the more you're like, wow, this is pretty awful. Certainly ripe for dark comedy. That's why I think some of my favorite dark comedies are the ones set in historical times. It's like, yeah, that's about right. If we could just get more. GG. Can I ask, what does GG stand for? I've seen people use it on Twitch, and I've always thought Game Gear, or Get Good, or Gotta Go, or, I don't know, Gnome Giblets.
Good game.
Oh, thanks. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. I obviously could have looked it up, but I keep forgetting to.
GT. GTG is got to go.
Right.
Or G2G. Artyom Havoc. No worries.
Right. GTG. Gosh, I know I've used that plenty. But, let's see. Oh, we should take a look at what I'm gonna play next time. I was thinking a nice family-friendly game. This was one that my baby sister mentioned, like her teacher talking about when she was in kindergarten. It's called Bugdom, and it's, about as family-friendly as it gets. You'll notice the cartoon bugs, and even the spine has this cute little...
Guitar cat. H is good luck. Have fun. And I love it.
Okay, that... So, I think I just... Nobody clip that. Shit, I know how Bugs Bunny feels. Obviously, I just got hacked, and an image was superimposed over my screen by the hackers. And that didn't actually happen. All these boxes. All these stupid boxes, you have too many games in your collection, and the boxes are too similar in size, and you just sometimes grab the wrong one, and sometimes you accidentally give your sister House of the Dead 2 for her 8th birthday, and then sometimes you're on stream and you get in trouble. JK. Did I mention I have a peculiar sense of humor?
Guitar cat. That was good.
Thanks.
Backlog cabin. Wow.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for actually showing part of the box, which was a collection of stock photos and royalty-free images of scantily clad women. The things you find at thrift stores on occasion. The box actually says, some images contain nudity, but I was careful not to show that. Yeah, the CD-ROM, as a medium, has great potential for abuse.
Sits up in chair. Backlog cabin. Some ed. Worth it.
Right. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming to my stream and hanging out. I almost was tempted not to stream tonight because it got so late before I finally got everything working, and I was trying to get Twitch Sings working so I could try that out before it goes away, but I don't know. Maybe I figure it out tomorrow. Maybe I'll do like a half-hour Twitch Sing stream and sing whatever songs haven't been taken off there yet. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming through and sticking with it till the end.
In my experience, it's always worth streaming. Guitar cat. I appreciate you streaming.
Oh, thank you so much, Guitar Cat. I appreciate it, and I appreciate that, Havoc. I think that's good advice. I'm gradually getting more used to streaming.
Backlog cabin. Have a good one.
Oh, you too, Backlog. If you guys could stick around for a minute, I was thinking we could raid someone. I was actually thinking if Backlog was still online when I finished, we could raid you. Let me see who's that I know is on Twitch.
Raid.
Let's see. Oh, nice. Tay Ray is online. She's a IRL friend of mine. I actually joined Steam because, not Steam.
Raid.
Yeah, she was the one who got me to join Twitch initially.
Backlog cabin. Put on the raid shoes.
Seems, yeah. I'm slowly learning Twitch. But, yeah, to finish up real quick, I'm Purblind Gamer, a variety streamer, I guess. Tend to stream Wednesday and Sunday evenings and sometimes other times, and mostly retro stuff or adventure games. And I'm not sure what I'll be streaming next, but I'll figure it out. Oh, and next weekend I'm going to try and stream.
Catch ya soon, man. Have a great night.
Thanks, you too. And next weekend I'm going to see if I can try and stream a couple of things on original hardware, like just experiment with that. But thank you guys again for coming out, and I hope you all have a good night.
Backlog cabin. Sweetie. RD on havoc. Oh.
Raid. Wait, will this make it raid? Did it work? Oh, good.
That's what that is. Spectre, how are you? Hi, Ada, how are you? I'm jealous of your hair. Thank you so much. My hair is fantastic. So many jobs that are hiring here in Australia are startups, and you look at them, they're gonna vanish in like 2 years. Yeah, it sucks. Many startups happen to be located in extremely expensive areas that demand crazy salaries. Oh, that's for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just chilling. I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. 90% of startups fail? I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised. Only works until you run out of money. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't know. Like, I kind of just want to move to Canada and start a streamer house. I know it sounds really stupid, but I was actually talking about this with someone the other day, and I was like, I wish we could just, like, all move in together and, like, start, like, a content house. Like, you could just do whatever you wanted to do in there. Nobody would bother you as long as you paid your rent and cleaned up your shit when it was your turn.
Very cool.
And it's like, I would love that. I would love that so much. I think it would be amazing. Lauren S. Brooks, thanks so much for the follow. Thank you so much. You're 26 and you moved out last year. Did you really? I wish I could have moved out this year, but this year's been a rough year. We're gonna make Tay a successful streamer so she can move out and be cool. I just make sure it films on YouTube, really. Unless someone wants to be in my short film. Oh my gosh. I have Too-Faced, it doesn't last long. Do actual glitter mask. I think actual glitter with the glitter glue has been like the longest lasting. Like it still looks pretty good, and I've been talking non-stop for 3 hours and I haven't touched up yet, so I think it looks pretty good still. Yeah, obviously it looks better like not in this lighting, but I think it looks pretty good. So. You said 3 hours or so? Oh no, Spectre, please get some more sleep. Short films can be a lot of fun. I agree. Wait. Amarika? I really hope I said your name. Lots of movie productions moving to Australia, though, to see if rule instances of COVID. That makes sense. Hi, Ernest Brooks, how are you? Coming to the UK and starting a streamer house? I mean, wherever has healthcare and is the cheapest. Honestly, would be bug. I would do it. As long as people, like, agree to, like, clean up after themselves, because I am one of those people who are huge slobs. I allow slobbiness in your own space, but if you're gonna freaking bring your slobbiness to a shared space, I'll kill you. I'm so sorry. In game, of course. Obviously not. In game, of course. But hi, Jelly Crumb. Hi, Iggy. Oh my god, how are you guys? How are you guys? There's more than like 5 people who becomes a commune. I mean, true. Oh my gosh. Taya Fos. Oh my gosh. After living with 2 to 5 roommates for 15 years, you're done with it? See, I've never had like roommates except for in college. And they were mostly great, except for I had one group of roommates who were just complete slobs in the shared space. I'm like, keep that in your room. That's what you have a room for. You ding dongs? Amy, thank you so much. Can we get a shout out if I have any mods here for Amy, please? Thank you so much for coming in. You're so sweet. I think that if I hadn't had all the crappy things happen to me, I'd be sucked into a corporate dead-end job than having a good idea for your own thing you want to do. That's fair. That's totally fair. Need solid internet. True. Very true. Cisco match to the death. Got it. I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for asking. Oh, Anthony, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Want to see how you're doing? Still Marbies. Kitchen messy. Taylocks and kill a roommate in game. Clean your freaking nest. I know, right? Ixar, congratulations. Congratulations, Ixar. Ixar, Will, Dexite, Maxi Power, Pure Blind Hawk, Talk Punk. I did, only did the one time, I helped make a commercial for school growing up. It was an energy drink commercial, and I was the monster guy who drank the energy to fight. Wait, that's so funny. That's really cute. The thing about a content house is that you're all degenerates, so like you never interact with anyone because you're sitting on computers all day. Sounds perfect. Yeah, exactly. Like you could have interaction if you wanted to in the shared space, but if you're in your room, then nobody's gonna bother you, and it would be amazing. What if Twitch went into real estate and charged true rent? That would be amazing. Now, what a move that would be. Did you realize I was a smelly friend and not a good friend? Get out of here, Tom She. Nah, you've been a better friend than a lot of other people. And now I feel like we don't talk that much sometimes. I live in Europe, which makes it harder. I mean, it doesn't matter where they live, right? It's just about like being there for people. Like, not like, and when I say be there for people, I don't mean like be there 24/7 for people. I just mean like if something bad happens to you, like you're gonna help pick them up and vice versa. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Thank you so much again. Friends are goals, I know. I got closer to one than I didn't expect. Yeah, I definitely got closer to some people I didn't expect, which was really nice. And I'm not like complaining or saying that like I have too many guy friends or anything, but like I do miss having like friends that are girls also, because it's like, I mean, guy friends are gonna be nice, obviously, but it's like you can't like talk about some things with guy friends. You know what I mean? So I want some girlfriends too. Parvati, congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, it's different. It's different. It's different. Orbiting, Jeremy, Glorious JVP, Normal, wait, Omvrinka. Can't say your name, I'm so sorry. Crunch, X-Night, Ninchi, and I'm talking about Top Dead. It's really disheartening when people you think are there for you aren't. I'm sorry you had to go through that. I know it's rough. It was just not a good situation overall too, because it was like I was coming out of the hospital, which is like really like lowest point for me in a long time. And I just like it sucked to have people who like would tell me to my face that they're like my ride or die friends or my best friends and stuff like that, and then like just didn't care. Like a lot of them even thought like everything that happened in the hospital was like me like faking it, and I wasn't even like being real. So that really like hurt and that sucked. So I think I also just need to be friends with people who understand that like, you know, everybody can have mental illness, because I think there were a lot of people in that group of friends that I was with that like thought that like if you had to have something like really bad happen to you to be like mentally ill. And I don't think that's the case. It's like you can have depression just having it and nothing's ever happened to you in your life and you can just still have depression. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. Some things you can't talk to about with guy friends. Yeah, you know what I mean? Make a VC channel but no boys allowed. D-Gen. Oh my god. My girlfriends would tell me a lot more than I thought they would, really. Girls are gross, I don't want to talk about girl stuff. Get out